Question. I get a lot of this question. Parallel realities, parallel worlds, reality shifting, reality jumping, manifesting with that, changing my frequency, changing my reality. Okay, let's break it down real simple for you. Here's how it works. Parallel realities work as follows. Infinite versions of you. See me right here? This is one version of me. There's another version of me. So let's play a little game and let's take a look. So there is a version of me that's a UPS driver, FedEx driver. A version of me works at the grocery store, a teacher, a billionaire, a trillionaire, a millionaire, a thousandaire, a homeless version of me, and the list goes on and on, okay? Same thing for you. Now, what separates me from experiencing those versions is my thinking, my mindset, and my perception, and how I feel about my inner worth, outer worth, etc. What puts you on the parallel reality of your dreams and desires is what is stored in your subconscious programming. Also, you can only ever experience one parallel reality at a time, even though you're simultaneously experiencing them and living them in the bigger concept of your awareness or your higher self. But remember, your higher self has focused part of the funnel to this world. So you are only able to observe, experience one reality at a time. This also is because of your brain. Your brain is not conceptualized or made to process all those experiences. So the brain will filter out and choose one. So while I'm only aware of one, all the other are still around me, but they're out of my awareness or my perception because my brain isn't equipped to process it, but it is still happening. Okay? Now, how do I move from this one to the one I want or I desire, the one that's going to change and help me to manifest whatever it is I want? So how can I move from a parallel reality of where I'm not as successful, but I want to move to the successful version of me? Here's how you do it as follows. Number one, you now change your awareness in your mind now of the version you'd like to experience. Example. All right, before I go there, we can only access and shift our physical bodies or our experiences to these new parallel worlds through only the following ways: through using our imagination or visualizing it, through either writing it down or what people call scripting it, to either feeling it out or acting as if we are that person or that version. Also, to buy or have physical, tangible objects around us to represent we're there. For example, if one of your dreams is to own your house, there's a parallel reality where you own a house. So you would physically go out and buy a welcome mat and put it in your current house to bring you to. For example, if you want to own a car, your dream car, there's a parallel reality where you're already driving your dream sports car. So what you do, you go out and get a physical, tangible object. You go get the key. They sell those car keys on the internet. Okay, you can go get a little steering mat and put that in there. See, you're bringing something tangible into the physical, which now gets your subconscious to bring that into you. The imagination now is where you will visualize or imagine you from the perspective of that parallel version. You imagine it, your brain can imagine it in first or third person, does not matter, same results. So if you're comfortable in first, congratulations. If you're comfortable in third, congratulations. If you can only see it in first, congratulations. If you can only see it in third, congratulations. None of it it's all the same. Once you do that, then you work on the programming in the subconscious to put in there, I must feel worthy and deserving. Couple ways you can change that program. Number one, you can use the question affirmations. Why am I so wealthy? Why do I love and respect myself? Why am I so worthy of my desires? Why am I so confident? Why do I desire and deserve everything? Second, you can use the subliminals, which will get into your mind while you're sleeping and make the process a lot faster. Once you start to do those and acclimate those and be repetitive with those on a daily basis, that's when the awareness from this world, because you can only experience one power at the same time, will shift, and you will jump into that world, and the world will look just like this world. The people will look just the same. The only difference is you will have whatever you want replicated in this world, because the shift happens simultaneously. Here's why: because we are constantly still shifting through those parallel worlds at the same time. Even though we are aware of one experience, our consciousness, our true beings, are still in those worlds or in those realities. So you and I, even though we're here, we're still there in a spiritual or non-physical form. The cells, the atoms in our body, they're constantly vibrating in and out of existence. The only thing that's here for you is the awareness of your 3D brain, your ego. But as far as your higher self and your subconscious, it's there. It's in all of those worlds. So if you want to bring one of those worlds into what we call this world, voila, that's how you shift your frequency. All right, the other ways that you can manipulate and shift into the parallel reality too, another topic towards that too, is how you feel throughout the day. Is what you think about throughout the day. How do I feel today? Well, today is going to be a great day. Today will be a great day. Today is going to suck. It's going to suck. Okay? We are forever moving through these infinite worlds, and we don't even recognize it in our conscious mind. However, our unconscious and our higher selves, we do it. We shift worlds billions and trillions of times before a nanosecond. How do we notice? Well, let's go into the lab and let's take an electron microscope and let's go look at the atoms in your body and look at the electrons. Let's go even deeper down. Let's go into the muons and gluons. Can we go deeper? Yes, I think we can go deeper. Let's get into the world of qubits. Smallest information that we can see now. It's like, we call it like sort of pixel, but they're called qubits. Let's watch them. What happens to them? Oh, wow, look at that. They appear and they disappear. So when they appear, when they disappear, they come back in another location. So I wonder when they disappear, where they go. That's where they go. They go into these other dimensions, these other worlds that we cannot perceive yet with physical instruments. They go into these parallel realities. Guess what? Let's bring the microscope back up. Let's go back from the muons, the gluons. Let's go back to the bigger particles, the electron. Let's go to the atoms. Let's go to the molecules. Let's go to the cells. Let's go to the bones, the blood. Now let's go to the physical you. Guess what? You are made from those stuff. So even your physical body and all that stuff is still going in and out of those existence, popping in and out. You and I can see our bodies and our consciousness going beep, 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 beep. And that's because it's the filtering system of our brain. Our brain isn't that fast. It just can't do that. Our conscious mind is. You know, we're talking something beyond the speed of light, just to make sense. We're talking about entanglement. We're talking about quantum entanglement. We're talking about information being exchanged simultaneously besides vast distances or whatever. We are not going to be able to see that. So this is why when you get up every day, you don't see, oh, I don't see a change. There's change happening all the time. The change happens because of how you are feeling or you are focusing on your thing. So what you want to do with this information is to be happy, to be excited, to know that right now, as I'm talking to you, your successful version is there waiting for you to go connect with it and become the experiencer of it. Right? Is that phenomenal? That's so phenomenal that your consciousness just streams all of this, and you're just a channel, a branch of the whole picture, and you can switch channels anytime you want. But now you know how to switch the channels, right? Now you have an idea. Okay, man, so I switch these channels by my attention, my thoughts, my feelings, my imagination, and my perspective or my perception. And then I go to my subconscious and I fix that guy by giving it the affirmations, the subliminal frequencies, hypnosis, surrounding it with positive things, and I repeat it all the time. And when I do that, I will shift into my desired parallel world. just the same as this one. The only difference is I will have the stuff I want. The people will still be the same. So how will the people be the same? Does each parallel world have different versions of different people? Yes, but there's every single outcome that can possibly. So the exact same people copy will be there with you, and they react the same exact way, because you've created another infinite world that has the exact same thing down to the minute t. Isn't that fascinating to understand that, man, I can really take charge and change my life? Now, this concept is a brain buster for a lot of people. A lot of people won't understand this concept. They'll be oblivious to it. But for you, the ones that are seeing this, you now have the power, because you're privy to information that I think about 90% of the world won't know. Or if they do know, they'll think it's like some kind of what do you call it, fantasy, fiction. And if you tell them this, but once you show them the science, then they may start to wake up. But this is actually how the world works, people. This is the real, what we call, this is real life happening. This is how it is. So get used to it. Start practicing it. I got to say one more thing, and here's what you got to remember. The multiverse and the universe is not designed or created to make sense to you and I. You and I have to adjust to make sense to it. Hope that sinks in. All right. See you next time.